And lots of work going on this bike. From bits you can't see, the stuff, silly stuff like the boots that you saw. The coolant hose is being cleaned inside and out, put back on, checked. And then all of the bits and pieces we're doing. Let's look at this front mudguard. I'm going to see it somewhere safe. It's been out in the sun for a bit, so it should be quite good. It's got a very high gloss on it at this stage. Very high gloss. If it stays like that, it may not need to be cut back. I'm taking that home in case the weather's crap tomorrow, then I can work on that all day. These are my Civil War and Infinity War DVDs for when I get bored. And that's it. I don't know what day it is, guys, for you. It's Sunday for me. It's Bank Holiday Monday tomorrow. Yes. Thank you so much, as always, for watching. I'm trying to cut my times down to kind of 20 minutes max a day, so I'm aware that some of my videos don't show much, but people don't concentrate for more than 20 minutes, that's the truth. So I'd rather release one a day if I've got enough footage than release two 40-minute ones that people aren't really watching, if that makes sense. This is a very interesting build. Part of me loves it, part of me hates it. I just wanted to do what I wanted to do on it, which is not be as picky as this. This thing is winding me up. Jake's ordered me a Dremel set, so I think it might take kind of lots of Dremeling at home, trying to chip all this crap, old, whatever that is. It's like an old plating off. I really don't know how you remove an old plating, but it's got chips. Or I need to work out how to fill it properly. I don't know. And I say fill it properly, it's all this, I mean, it's not even the crap that I put on. That bit's okay. It's just everywhere. It's just pitted and will not look good. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that. Anyway, drop me a comment. I love the comments always, and they're really handy for a channel. YouTube's algorithm kind of picks and shares people's channels who seem to be quite busy. It's as simple as that, really. Hi guys, welcome back. No idea what day it is for you actually. For me it's Bank Holiday Monday. We're going to see actually, we're going to see the paint after an evening of curing on this front mudguard. Let's have a look. Normally I mess up, but I think on this rare occasion I've done alright. Wow, no major imperfections. There's not really much orange peel on that either. In fact, there's hardly any. I wonder if it's worth cutting down, or if you should leave it. Do you get a more professional finish cutting it down? Will it look like a deeper shine? I'll have to ask Nat. I wouldn't easily. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe on its very finest, like the 2500 grit or something. I don't know. Alright guys, for me, that could be left alone. I like the little, so I put that little kind of silver flake in there, so it's got a real, so it's black, but it's got a kind of flicker of silver in there. You'd hardly notice unless you really looked. But that's come out brilliant. I'm really pleased with that. What I need now is some bubble wrap. Wrap that bad boy away so it can't get messy. And then I'm going to start rubbing down the tank today. The tank's in good nick overall. Even this little thing here, this will sand out. It's not a ding, it's just rust coming through. Same around here. It had double stickers on it. It had one over the top and one underneath, so taking them off was a bit of a pain. Basically, I can feel all of this crap, so it needs to be sanded down, treated, and painted in the same way that was. And then we should have a front tank, a front mudguard. And then I'm going to have to consider what I do with this rear panel. I mean, actually, I say that it has to come off. Let's face it, because of the because some idiot put some silver flake in. Okay. So there you go, guys. Majority of that rust is gone. I am going to use the stuff I'm not keen on, rust remover gel. Anyway, just to kind of get into any nooks and crannies and some of this bits that's left. But otherwise, that will be it. That'll be fine. It wouldn't hurt to put some paint on it, but I want to try and get the top done today, ideally. So yeah, I'm going to paste that on, let it sit. Or actually, no, you know, it's quite warm and sunny at the moment, so I will start working. Probably look the sides while it's at this kind of angle with 600 grit, then 8, then 12. It's exactly the same system I used yesterday on the front my god. Okay guys, so I used yesterday's 600, so kind of a used one. I'm going to use a brand new 600 now. Now this area looks terrible. It is close to being okay by hand. This is probably the worst bit here, but I think that will sand out as well. And then up here is all smooth to touch now. Yeah, so a good fresh piece of 600, then 800, then 12. It's a lot of work, guys, but it is what's needed to get a flat base coat. And then anything after that is easier, you know. Even when you go through this much effort, it takes a while. You'll still see kind of slight imperfections if it's not done in a spray booth like that. But my God, they get close to kind of professionally done if you spend enough time doing it. And that's become a local pro at paint jobs, and has inspired me actually to try more. This is not something I would have taken on a while back. I just wouldn't have bothered. But now I don't mind. I'll give it a shot. What's the worst that can happen? And that's what my channel's all about as well, guys. You know, what's the worst that can happen? If it looks a bit better, then great. If it looks really good, then lovely. So brand new 600 grit, then 8, then 12. That's the 800 grit, guys. Not that you'd be able to tell. You can tell with your hands though, so sometimes you can't see the difference, but you can feel it, which is interesting. Really interesting actually. So okay, yeah, so I'm gonna hit it with 12. It's a long process, guys. I think Nat uses his little mouse now. I've got one in here somewhere. Definitely got one of them, little mouse sanding thing. When I paint this, I have to think about how it's quite windy today. The ideal would be behind the wall or barrier. I might even paint it inside the garage. I just got to be really careful about where the spray goes, obviously. What next? And Nat has a little ball that he puts in the top. Doesn't need to stop spray getting in. I don't know where he got that from, but I have seen people online who use them, and they have a strap on them as well, and it goes in their mouth. So I'm not sure I've got one, and I don't want to buy Nat's, obviously. So I guess I will need to work out how to plug that up, and my ideal would be to get the base coat on the black today. That would be really nice, but I don't know if the weather's alright. The weather's alright. It's just a little bit windy. I may try with a slight barricade. I may try in there facing this way, maybe. Alright guys, I'm in my spray booth corner. I'm feeling much better. Look at the textured paint. It's brilliant. It just takes away any imperfections. You just can't see them anymore. That's obviously one coat. And I'm dusting this. I'm still dusting it and dusting it around where the sticker was. I don't know why this area, look, it's gone really shiny, and I haven't even put it on that thick. It doesn't matter because I'm going to be putting on a top coat. If you were worried about that, what you could do is do all your coats, let it dry for a couple of days, then sand it down with like 2000 grit, then clear coat over the top. But I'm not that bothered. It'll be, remember, it's going to have that dusting of grey and then clear coat. But for now it's looking good. So second coat of that down there, looking stunning. Second coat of that. I'm so glad. That's been like bothering me for days, wondering what to do with it. I may even do the same on the foot pegs, the rear foot pegs, and maybe even the rear handle. I mean, look guys, if we're being honest, if the man hates it, then you put paint stripper on it, you take it back down to this underneath, you deal with this, you get it done, whatever. But I'm not going to wait days, weeks for chroming of these parts, just no point. I bet Nat could get this polished up quite well, but the discolouring is the issue. It's kind of a yellowy now and it's no good, so I think I'm going to follow my rules on this one and get it all done to my kind of standard actually, and then we'll see how the guy sits. Don't know. Okay guys, even though it's high up, the bloody wind is terrible. Look, that one's ruined. I'm going to wait, neaten it up, and on a dry day put another coat. Now here's the kind of silver flake. Now this is, I'm quite far away. This is literally what I'm doing from a distance. Let the wind carry it on. Got to kind of get it like evenly. That one went a touch thicker. There you go. That side's okay. Just make sure you get around the edges. So it's from a real distance there, guys. You're just misting it. And then, so make sure I get around the back here. There you go. That's kind of the effect I want. And then I'm going to go and get the new decals. Oh, the bloody wind. The new decals are going to go on first, and then clear coat. The new decals are chrome, so they'll go on kind of here where the old one went, and then clear coat, 2K clear coat over the top. The clear coat's not too much of a huge worry in regards to bits of dust because you can cut it back, but saying that, you know, it needs to be as good as it can be because it's going to the guy. I think that's cool. I think that's just enough. That's fine. When you're finished with your can, turn it upside down, blow it out, and when it blows clear, your can will be ready to be used next time. Put your lid back on and you're good to go. Right. Alright guys, Rabjab's filming. I'm going to be putting on the decals. They look like this. They're 3D Kawasaki. I think they're really nice. Probably bang smack in the middle, I would have thought. Don't fall off, don't fall off. There you go. Right, come on, let's work this out. So, kinda doesn't really matter too much. Yeah. What do you think?
Yeah, that's alright.
It looks right, eh? I'm going to clear coat over the top.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to touch it though, but I obviously need to
you want me to still record it?
smooth it down.
You want me to stop recording?
Yeah. So there you go guys, that's the stickers on Kawasaki. They look alright, they look fine actually, they're quite cool. My main thing is kind of the distance. It looks spot on actually. I'm going to take the top layer off, and then we've got our clear coat here somewhere. It's at room temperature. It's been indoors for 3 days. Now this is proper 2K. You have to put in the hardener. What's really annoying is it doesn't say fuel resistant. Now I've bought the wrong one. The one I bought before was much bigger. But proper 2K is fuel resistant. It's fuel proof, so it should be. I'll be seriously pissed off if it wasn't. It has to be 2K. So what you do is you pull the ring and you turn it. You hear a kind of little pop. Shake it for 2 minutes, and then you start layering on. I think quite thin at first, and then thicken it up. Maybe 5 coats. To be fair, these are useless once they're finished. So yeah, 5 coats on the tank, maybe 6. Just basically get what you can out of this. You'll get quite a deep shine out of it as well. Because you can use normal clear on the back and the mudguard and the side panels. Normal clear coat's fine. Fuel doesn't go near it. But if fuel's going near it, it needs to be this one. It's quite pricey. It's like £18. All right, guys, that's 2K coat number 1. 5 minutes. It's warm today. Number 2. 5 more minutes. Number 3. Just finished the can on this one. Really, no reason why not. I think it's looking good. I think it's going to shine. Look really nice. Alright guys, second coat of clear on that, and I've just nipped a coat on this. But it's really winding me up, it's the wind. But that's fine. So that's, yeah, you can see kind of what it's achieving at the moment. This is going to have more, what do you call it, orange peel effect than the other one does. I didn't realise. But I guess that's why you put loads on and flatten it back, basically. So it's getting there. We got much further than I expected to get today, I have to be honest. That was coat 3, guys. It looks very shiny from a distance. Very, very orange peely. So coat 4 is going on now. So it's kind of 5 to 10 minutes between coats at the moment, but it's quite warm out, so that will be fine. So that's coat 4, guys. 5 to 10 minutes, let it cure. And then, well, let it cure, let it tack, really. And then, couple of days in the garage to fully seal. I'm just going to use the whole can. I'm going to build up a real nice thick shine. Here's the side textured thing. It's still got bloody dust on it. Put it up high and it's still got dust on it. It's driving me nuts. Hopefully if it's dry enough to touch though, I'll just polish them off at some point. But that's basically what you're getting with this one, and that's I think that's quite cool. So we're getting there. Alright guys, I believe that's coat 5 or 6, thick 5 or 6. Don't worry about these tiny imperfections because of the sanding process, basically. That will all get taken out. Very orange peely, although I think it's lessening as the coats thicken up, which is interesting. I've probably got one more left. I'm a white sheeny. I don't want to waste it. I'd rather put 7, 8, 9 coats on so that it can be cut back and polished better and thicker. Then throw the rest of that in the bin. So yeah, I'm just going to keep going. 5 to 10 minutes. Let that set. I've probably got enough for 1 more in here. Maybe 2. Might as well use it. And I think that's going to look great. I've got a flat surface in the... Oh, don't waste it. I've got a flat surface in the garage right at the back ready to hold the tank. It will be there for a few days maybe, actually. And then we'll look at the polishing of the paintwork. We're getting there. We are getting there. One of the next things I need to do is I need to get that plate off. But the bike's going to have to be on axle stands and stuff at that time. I don't even really know how that works. It has no rear stand, so that makes life harder. I guess axle stands, and then I don't know. I'll work that out at the time. This panel needs to come off. I need to do a version of my paint on it. I could start doing that now, actually, just at least popping it off and sanding it down. If the paint's quite smooth like this is, you wouldn't need the 6, 8, 12. Probably just the 12 to scuff it down, actually. And we'll get that sticker off because that's crap. And I might order a new plate for it as well at some point. It'd be better if it said motorcycle rescuer, wouldn't it? And yeah, we're going in the right direction. I've got some great black handlebars indoors, but all the kind of beautification stuff will be right at the end. All the handlebar work right at the end. Alright guys, just looking at the rear end, the bike's not mine. This is the original number plate mounting. It goes from that bolt there and it sticks out here like this. I just really, I just want to shorten it. I just want it to be more like that. So I'm going to trim off. I'm going to trim off the end a touch, shorten it. For no reason really, except I want to. So that it's not out here and you've got this weird gap. I want it to kind of flush. I want it to be sitting here flush. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to be trimming the end of this and then painting it, re-drilling it, and we'll have a more flush, better rear end of the bike, I think. The light, I can manage the light. You just have to mount it like that, upside down, and it still shines upwards. It still lights the plate up. So that's what I'm going to do.
You charge me, man.
All right, guys. At this stage, get this bit cleaned up. You see this area here? It's all you're doing. You might as well get it all cleaned up while you can.
Take it out.
No, that's all right. I'm just gonna clean it like that. Yeah, I'm gonna put some of the truck bed lining on that rear plate because it's quite exposed. So I think it's the best stuff to use on it. It's a bit of a false economy using that on a part like this, but it's very robust. It will last longer. So I am gonna use that on it. And I have cut it short, so I need to drill in new holes, but I think that'll be a bit better when it's ready. Other than that, I don't really know. I'm going to speak to Jake first about this because I was going to truck bed line this and the side panels as well, but I want to double check with Jake because I don't know. I mean, they can kind of be polished to an extent, but they're not going to look good. That's the truth. They're not going to look great. So I'm going to see what Jake says on that one. It's that and them 2 foot pegs on all it. So it's these. The problem is the pitting has come through the plating, if you see. So it just isn't going to look right. For me, it would go back. It would go black again, basically. And that truck bed lining is the best, strongest stuff. So why not make it a real brutal, you know, a real brute of a bike? I think that's kind of, I think that's the way to go for me. Alright guys, wrapping up for today. Rabjab was messing around on the 50 and the 500 actually. It's nippy, innit?
Yeah, nippy.
It's nippy. It gets to 30 very quickly. What speed did you do? 35?
Got to 30.
I got up to 35. But it was still building, it'll do more. Got these little bits coated over here, guys, just with that, whoa, just with that tough coat. You don't really see them enough, so I'm not that worried. I just wanted to give them something so they were a little more protected. And then that's kind of it. I don't know what day this is for this video. Thursday, Friday, Tuesday? Don't know. And then I've got the tank up at the back, nice and high, drying properly, so that can dry for days. And then we'll look at flattening it back a little bit. I might just go for the biggest, the 2000 and 2500. I don't know if that'll make any difference at all. I'll talk to Nat about flattening that back actually. I'll see what Nat says. And now I need to kind of, my main focus on this is getting the stickers off, so I need to get it indoors and get the heater on it and peel them off. If they're individual stickers, it's a right pain in the arse. It takes ages. As always guys, thanks for watching. Let me know how you think this bike's going. I think we're doing quite an in-depth kind of restoration really. We're breaking it right down. I've still forgot about the rear quarter panels, haven't I? I need to pull them out and see what I'm going to do with them. Yeah, I don't know yet what I'm doing with the clocks. I know he wasn't keen on the clocks. He wanted them to be more bullet-like. My hope was to get some sort of bullet-like covers that would slide over the back here. That was my hope, so that you got that look without too much messing around, and it needs to be chrome-like. Yeah, and so that's kind of some of the bits he asked for. He also wanted the handlebars to be a bit closer to him, but our new ones come out quite high up, so we might need to use risers. Which is fine and easy, or I'll see where my handlebars kind of end up on this one. They're a little bit more, it wouldn't hurt actually to get a set of risers and my bars, so we will bring them up kind of to here. Yeah, cool. All right, drop your comments below and